Someone needs you as a consultant. I promise you, somebody needs you as a consultant. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to think that somewhere right now, there's a person really at a company or a team or an organization, whatever, right? But they're wrestling with something that you've already solved. You've already seen the experience. They just don't know your name yet. And that's just the truth of it. That's what I want to talk about today. Not because I think everyone should quit their job and become a consultant. Let's exterminate that myth right now. Actually, I do not believe that. But I think that we need great teachers, not in the typical context. Because your title is not your identity. Your expertise is. Before I became a full-time consultant, I was a school principal in Chicago. One of those principals they sent into schools that had struggled for a pretty long time, right? It was one of the hardest, but also most meaningful jobs that I've ever held in my entire life. Every day required leadership. Every day required problem solving. Every day required entrepreneurial thinking, managing people, managing politics, managing change. Looking back, I realized something. I wasn't just leading a school. I was earning a leadership education that most people, unfortunately, will never experience. The problem is, I was so busy building someone else's organization that I forgot to intentionally build myself. I forgot to package what I was learning and what I was trying and developing. I forgot to ask, what is becoming uniquely mine? Fast forward 6 years, I've worked alongside school systems, nonprofits, corporations, city governments, boards. I mean, a ton of enterprises, right? And here's the funny thing. People assume consultants get paid because they have all the answers. That's not what I've experienced. The best consultants don't know everything. They help people move. Sometimes my job is simply walking into a room and asking, what if we tried this? It takes courage to throw that spaghetti on the wall, but people are so busy, they just need something to react to. I ask questions like, what are we missing? What patterns keep showing up? I throw ideas on the table, and then I also help to execute those ideas. People react, right? We refine, we discover, we build. That's consulting. It's helping people make progress. People sometimes ask me, yo, would you ever go back to being a principal? And honestly, maybe, but only if I could afford it. And when I say afford it, it's not because I don't value the work from a monetary standpoint. I absolutely do. And it's not that it's about the money. I want to go back because I want to know what it feels like to do that work without having to be dependent on a paycheck. That's a different kind of freedom for me. When your expertise has its own legs, when your courage isn't limited by your job description, when your identity isn't tied to your title, then you just show up differently. So we're living in a world, right, where AI is starting to change the frame when it comes to our work lives. I mean, organizations are restructuring at the speed of a blink. Careers are just less predictable than they were before. And I don't think that the answer is to panic. Nah, I think the answer is ownership. Ownership over your expertise, ownership over your identity, ownership over the value that only you can bring. People ask me about branding all of the time. Here's my simple definition. A brand is simply an identity with a target. That's why this isn't really about consulting. It's about making sure your identity reaches the people that need it the most. Because somewhere, someone needs your expertise. They just don't know your name yet. So go try this real quick this week. I want you to do something very, very simple. Reach out to about 3 to 4 people that you know that have actually seen you work. Not your best friends, not your biggest supporters, but people that have experienced you in action and would speak positively about you. We don't want the naysayers right now, okay? And ask them 3 simple questions, just vulnerably. When have you seen me at my best? What problem do you naturally come to me for? And what's something that I make look easier than other people make it look? Listen for the patterns, because somewhere inside of those conversations, you'll discover your sauce. And once you found it, we should talk. Not because I'm trying to convince you to quit your job. I need to rule that out 100%. Not because everyone needs to become a consultant tomorrow, but because I truly, truly believe that everyone deserves to understand the value of the expertise that they've spent years cultivating, nurturing, and now leveraging. So if you'd like a thought partner as you begin thinking about what that could look like, I'd love to connect with you. You can always schedule conversation time with me using the link below. And if this conversation resonated with you, please subscribe to the newsletter. Every week, we share reflections, frameworks, and practical ideas to help you build your identity with intention. Until next time, make sure that you continue to invest in your identity, because identity is the new capital. Peace.